before he's brought down.
That's good for Panthers. First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Right there. Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. Alert!
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Ready?
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Brady under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Anthony Walker, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. This one complete to Ingram. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards and a Panther first down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards and a Panther first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
This is the former Jet and Brown, Isaiah Crowell. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Brady a quick throw out to Edelman. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll run here with Ingram. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Brady going to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Murray, he'll run it. Kyler Murray, 1,000-yard rusher as a quarterback in his Heisman campaign at Oklahoma. He's got the first down. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Whip. Watch the whip. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
from just shy of midfield. Murray, this one complete to Jordan Reed. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the Panthers' 37-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 13. It's a first down. On first down, it's Connor. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Rolling to his left. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. The Bucks with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Brady. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Murray finds his running back, James Conner. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Murray on the move to his left. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
We want it. Come to my work.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. 15 yards on the play, first down. On the draw, Connor. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray. And this one caught by Beasley. Now the Bucks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Murray now, 6 of 10 of this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Out to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. The Bucks going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Niles Paul. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Now, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Jones on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bucks will get ready to go on offense. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get in field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Bang, go. Bang, 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 bang.
1st down, Murray. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. Screen pass to Connor.
Murray's pass. Complete to James Conner.
So 3rd down. They need to get to the 28 for a first. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bucks with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play. This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense? Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They do go for it. It's Murray. Forced out to his left. And that's caught by Beasley. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. And the young Bucks showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young...
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. James Conner, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Well, that throw by Brady, incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. That'll bring up second down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 25-yard line. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Ingram. Pernell McPhee in there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league.
Looking for his tight end, Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 20. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Connor on the toss play. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Murray. Green brings it in. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Bucks. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here we go with Hill. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support.
And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Kyler Murray with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bucks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Panthers take over.
Come on now, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
39 yards there, a big one. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards and a Panther first down. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He gives it to Humphries. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Mark Ingram. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Brady now to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Anthony Walker. He's at the 50. 30, past the 20, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Corey Littleton charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever.
90 is a mic. What we got? What we got? What we got? Hey, exit. 72.
From the gun, it's Brady. It's caught. Humphries. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. Brady going to go on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Brady. And this one hauled in by Rudolph.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Brady to throw again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Brady going to throw. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They start with a give to counter. Now the ball comes loose. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Escaping the pressure right. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 32 on the play. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Again, it's Connor. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Murray sets to throw on 4th. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Cole Beasley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Panthers take over first and 10. Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Looking again that time for Amari Cooper, but it's going to be 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time, but now it'll be 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Now Brady. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. One final try now for Brady. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Buccaneers, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.